What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Coach Black, your internet relationship and breakup coach. Before we get started, I want to thank all of you so much for being here, for tuning in to another video. You could have been doing anything on this Wednesday morning, but you chose to spend a few moments with me, and I appreciate it. And welcome to my home. Today's topic is mistakes to avoid when you're in no contact. I'm going to give you 4 mistakes specifically, and you must not make these mistakes if you want the best opportunity and possibilities to fix things with your ex. Now let me say this. This video is assuming that you're already in no contact. If you're not and you really want to fix things or you want to heal, you must go into no contact now. There's no way around it. Talking to your ex all the time is setting back your progress. So this is for the people who are already in no contact and want to make sure that they're not making any little mistake. Now, before we go any further, I'd ask that you like this video. If you enjoy the content and you support the channel, it truly does mean a lot, and it costs you nothing. And it pushes out this video to other people that need the help or the content. 2, I'd ask that you subscribe and you hit the bell so you don't miss any of the future videos that I put out. Thank you. Now let's jump into it. Mistake number 1. This is the most crucial thing. It's simple. You hear it all the time, but a lot of people do not actually do it. That is not working on yourself. Now, what does it mean to work on yourself? Everything that you took for granted while you were with your ex, maybe your fitness, maybe your social life and spending time with your friends and family, maybe your career or things that you let slip or you just haven't paid enough attention to. You must go back and re-engage with these things and people because you're making your life better. And also, you have to understand this about human nature. Human beings are somewhat selfish. So your ex is not going to come back to you because you miss them. They're going to come back when they recognize that they lost a prize. And even though you may not feel like that's the case today, like you might feel you don't have your life exactly mapped out or figured out, this is your opportunity to go inward and start working on the things that you can control. You can make your life better. And if you do this and you improve, your ex will notice from a distance and out of their own selfish reasons of seeing someone who has an abundant life in every facet of the sense. Financially, socially, you have people that are enjoying you or are happy to be around you. This is what makes you attractive, and this is what will draw your ex back to you. So if you're in no contact, make sure that you're making those little improvements every single day. Number 2 is attention-seeking or approval-seeking behavior. Now, what does this mean? Some people who are in no contact and working on themselves, you take this as an opportunity to show off. Maybe you just got a new car and you're posting it all over social media just to make sure your ex sees that you have something new in your life. You're driving a fancy car. This is approval-seeking behavior. No one likes to show off anyway. So doing these things will turn not only your ex off, but a lot of times it will turn off other good quality people that you can date if you want to move on. And in most cases, it's going to attract the wrong people. So showing off in your stories or in your pictures and always trying to show off your lifestyle is not a good behavior. That is attention seeking. Also, it's approval seeking behavior because you're only doing this because you want your ex to notice you. You want them to notice that your life is better. Again, this is a turnoff. And sometimes it's in other sort of ways. For example, let's say your ex gives you a call. Maybe they call you and they say, hey, just checking on you. Because no contact is working, they're starting to get curious. And as soon as you get that opportunity to talk to them, you go down a list of everything that you've been working on. Oh, I did this. I've been working on that and I lost 50 pounds. Even though those are great things, allow your ex to discover that in time. Stop trying to prove anything to them. Stop trying to say, hey, I'm the perfect catch for you. You are, and they will figure that out in time the more they're interested in you. When they spend time around you, allow them to rediscover who you are over time. Do not seek their approval or attention. Number 3, being too eager with your ex. Now remember, you've been in no contact, things are working. Now your ex is getting curious and maybe they're starting to reach out once or maybe they've reached out twice. If you're too pushy, you're in a rush to see them without them asking, or when you see them, you're already talking about getting back in a relationship. You're trying to force things back into a successful conclusion. You have to be moving slightly slower than them. Allow them to be the ones pursuing you, and this will take time. You might have heard from your ex this week and they haven't called you in a few days. Now you're back to chasing them. Do not be too eager. Allow your ex come to you slowly. This is what makes them more sure about their decision to be with you, because they're going to feel like they've been doing all the work. For what other reason than they love you and that they want to be with you. So you must practice emotional self-control, practice some restraint, and do not reach out to them. Allow them to continue to make the effort to win you over. That's the place you need them to be to make sure that you guys can build this relationship from the ground up moving forward. Number 4, this is a subtle one, but a lot of people that I coach or that I've talked to make this mistake. It's a fine balance, and I'm going to explain to you what it is. The 4th mistake is being too cold or not reciprocating. See, just because you're in no contact and your ex is starting to reach out, they're going to want a little bit of interest from you. Most exes are not going to call you and say, hey, I'm in love with you. I made a mistake. Let's get back together. Most times they're going to move towards you slowly. You want to reciprocate and just be slightly underneath wherever your ex is at. Okay? So if they tell you, oh, I miss you, it's okay for you to say, well, if you miss me, let's make plans to get together and see each other. I would love to see you. Right? But if they push and they dig harder, like, do you miss me? I really miss you. Then you can say, sure, of course I do. Right? It's okay to give a little. You're not supposed to become this stone cold person. All we're doing is we're allowing your ex to come after you, to pursue you, and you do need to reciprocate if you're interested. I've talked to a lot of people on the live sessions when I go live here on YouTube Tuesdays and Thursdays at 9:30 p.m. Central. There's a lot of people who still want to be with their ex, and their ex texts or calls them, but they ignore. It's like, oh, my ex has been calling me for 6 days straight and I don't answer. Why are you doing this if you're still interested in your ex? You need to reciprocate slowly. You need to move slowly, but at least show your ex that you're interested and you're open to working things out with them. Anyway, I hope this is helpful. Thank you so much for watching and for tuning in again. If you have any comments or questions or thoughts, go ahead and leave them down in the description below. That does mean a lot. And then if you want to talk to me one-on-one, the quickest way to do so is to book a coaching session. It's the first link in description always. So if you want to talk to me, that's the quickest way to do it. And I also made a breakup journal. If you're interested, you want to collect your thoughts, you don't have a personal journal, and you want to write down how you're feeling right now, go ahead and get that down in the description below. It's the second link. If you're interested, I'm happy for you to get that and use that along your journey. Anyway, if you're still here and you haven't already, go ahead and like the video. I thank you so much and I appreciate you. I'll catch you in the next video. Peace.